you know, the process when you write for yourself is, yeah, it's like being your own boss. You're in charge of keeping the power on. And then there's getting hired to do stuff, and it's tricky because I am a writer-director. I don't like to write things that don't get made. And that's what you risk when you take a story into a studio, whether it's through a pitch or even through a script. If they own it, they cannot make it.
Did you ever actually do a full rewrite based on someone else's notes? And did you agree with them or not?
Oh no, I didn't agree with them at all, you know, but I did them. And when you find producers that are able to allow you to put yourself into your writing, then you have to latch onto them.
As a producer, you really need to give leeway to writers, because, especially writer-director, because they have things in their mind and ways that they're going to tell their story that they can't possibly convey to a producer.
One thing I will suggest to you producers out there is make sure that you and the writer that you're working with are making the same movie. That's really the most important. So it's really about what you're really trying to say, because everything else is in service of that.
What I'll try and do in a very practical way is say, here's why that scene is there. This is what I think it's doing. And then when they look at you and go, it's not doing that. Like, that's when you're doing shit. All right. And then you get into a whole nother conversation.
So you want to try to really stay open to what the essence is they're questioning. If you're coming at it from the writer's perspective, trying to figure out how to get your stuff in front of people, I really recommend you find out who the junior agents are at the agencies, because their job is to discover you all. As a young producer, that's also the way, you know, it's so much about relationships, and if you don't have the professional ones yet, you have the ones from your school or from your community or whatever, and you figure out who amongst you is a good writer and you get behind them. Or you go to film festivals, you see who are making the short films and the newer films, and you find the ones that you like and you look them up.